So what are some of the favorite roles that you've had in your career?
Oh, well, I think I've done quite a lot of stuff. So, and I haven't done too badly. All of the things that people like, I enjoy. From Midnight Cowboy on, with Coming Home and Deliverance that was mentioned, and Runaway Train, The Champ, and then in the latter years, my role in Heat with my friend Al Pacino and with Bobby De Niro, and then going to Holes is a great movie.
I love it.
Did a movie called Anaconda, which was very successful, and people thought Liev Schreiber on the Ray Donovan series. When we did some press, and I said, I knew he was a bit of a snob about my work. He thought that Anaconda was something that I should never have done. It was such a low life piece, something like that. And I said to him, well, they asked me the same question about my career, and I said, well, I did, Runaway Train, Deliverance, and all this, The Champ,
For my kids, it'll always be National Treasure. That's their favorite.
I'm so glad about that.
Yeah, my favorite actually is Enemy of the State because of some of the things that we're facing now. But I met Mike Smith, who was a stunt double for you in Anaconda. I just interviewed him a week or so ago, and told him we had this interview set up, and he said, well, tell him hello. I was a stunt double. He said, I got eaten by the snake instead of him.
Well, he was a very good stunt double for me because he got away with certain things. He was about my size, and his face was round like mine, and certain kinds of things. He looked quite like me, so he was a useful stunt double. And he did get eaten by the snake. I was regurgitated, but he was eaten. We made a deal.
So my new favorite now is Reagan. You got to work with Dennis Quaid, another one of my favorite actors. What was that like, and what are your hopes for this movie?
Well, first of all, I think the movie, I like this movie. I think it turned out quite well. And mostly, there are many aspects. It's going to introduce a lot of things. If people are going to go through his whole presidency and his life from childhood, and they're going to get to know him very well. And I think that it's going to give people a lot of references to what's going on today, really, because he came at a very difficult time in our country, and we're facing similar times right now. So it's going to have relevance to today, and it's a great love story. Their relationship, Nancy and Ronnie, were very close and dependent on each other, and the performances of both Dennis and Penelope Ann Miller are quite wonderful. So they're going to have quite a ride. Anyway, I think it's a movie that's going to touch a lot of hearts too.
It's very personal, and one of the things I love about it is it reintroduced me to this larger-than-life president that I loved, looked up to, and respected as a very young man. And by the way, as I was preparing for our interview, I got a desperate need for jelly beans. So I've got some Jelly Belly jelly beans here if you'd like.
That's so great. Yeah. Isn't that nice that we're this far apart and I can't have any?
No, you can't have any.
You just throw that in my face and they just tempt me. And it's an awful thing, little things like that.
And the little things matter. And for me, this week has been amazing. I have had in the Economic War Room either interviewing or been interviewed by Dr. Ben Carson, Lieutenant General Mike Flynn, Lara Logan, Charlie Kirk, Daniel Horowitz, and Dinesh D'Souza, plus Mike Smith. What a way to cap it off. I've got the great Jon Voight.
Well, listen, I'm really humble with that group. That's a great group. God bless you.
No, it's been It's been terrific. And I tell you, this movie can take young people and really all Americans. I think people my age are going to be nostalgic and enjoy the nostalgia. Young people can see, how America's been in dire straits before. It took a lot of prayer and a lot of hard work from real people to make a real difference. And I think your portrayal of the bad guy, so to speak, who then sits back and watches what unfolds. It just really impressed me as a role.
Well, I think the movie is going to be successful, and I think it's going to reach a lot of people in many different ways. It's unusual. It was postponed a little bit, and it just turns out to be a good time for it to come out because it's going to be very, very relevant. It starts out, for instance, with the assassination attempt. So it's going to hit people in a way, connecting them to what's going on today.
Yeah, history doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme, and it's rhyming now. Well, thank you for joining us in the Economic War Room. If you ever get to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we would love to have you come and visit us here at Liberty Hawk Ranch. I'd love to talk with you, society, history, politics, and I know we've got some mutual friends. So thank you again, Jon, for being a part of our Economic War Room today.
Thank you. My honor. God bless.
Tickets are available now to see the Reagan movie in theaters opening August 30th. Visit Reagan.movie for ticket information and to learn more about Reagan, to view the trailer, its website, same, Reagan.movie.